Yesterday, all these fights were supposed to be here to stay. Now someone's injured and they've all went away. Oh, what happened to yesterday? Hey! Yeah, as you can tell by the title of the video there, it's, Boxing 2012, the summer that faded away. And it seems like every time we turn around, another big fight is being canceled or turned down due to injuries, accidents, drug cartel, stuff like that. And just wanted to throw it out there. There's and drugs, yeah. The first one obviously is the Khan Lamont Peterson 2 fight, and that was canceled due to the fact that Lamont Peterson tested positive on both his A and B tests for a synthetic testosterone. And you know, that was, and they find out it was he actually took this prior to their original fight, so that brings up even more stuff that I did a video on a couple weeks ago. And now we have Khan against Danny Garcia, and while Garcia is a titleist, it really doesn't have the same ring or the same, the thing that we wanted to really get out of it was that revenge factor. That it's basically going from a 5-star fight to like a 4-star fight now. You know what I'm saying? Still going to be a great fight. It's still going to be one I'm going to do a video on, but at the same time, it's not one that was drawing the interest of it. Unfortunately, the second fight that we lost, unfortunately, was the Paul Williams against Saul Canelo Alvarez, and this is just heartbreaking. And unfortunately, Paul Williams suffered that terrible accident, motorcycle accident, just days after pretty much like signing the fight, and suffered a severed, not completely severed, but a severed spinal cord, and he's now paralyzed from the waist down. The doctors are basically saying that he'll never walk again, and that his boxing career is over. And as disheartening as this is, and as sad as this is, don't get on motorcycles, man. I mean, it's terrible. You can ride them and stuff, but you're never going to hear about me, being eaten by a shark, dying in a motorcycle crash, or my parachute not opening. I'm not going to do those things. Boxing's risky enough. I didn't need to add any extra, dangers in there. But, it's so unfortunate that this happened now, and, this is called off for good. It's not going to happen. The next fight that came right around was James Kirkland signed to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez. And you're like, ooh, this just got exciting, You were let down because of Paul Williams, more so because of the injury to Paul Williams, and what could have been there, and was he making his comeback and stuff. And now you're looking at the James Kirkland Saul Alvarez fight, and he signs, but then he backs out the same day, and he cites the reason why is he, in his last fight, he suffered 2 tears in his shoulder, and as soon as he tried to shadow box, it wasn't happening for him. So he actually had to back out of this fight, and unfortunately, back out and say it's not going to happen. It will not heal in time, and Cotto is not going to be available to fight in September. That's what everybody's saying. That fight's not going to happen. Maybe Quintana might be a good one. There was some other couple dudes that were fighting recently that maybe they'll step up with. This one, not as big, but still big, was Seth Mitchell against Jonathan Banks. This was going to be in July. A heavyweight bout there. Seth Mitchell's like 28-0. And, people are getting excited about the heavyweight division a little bit with this. And it was going to be 2 decent heavyweights going against each other. Unfortunately for Seth, Mitchell busted up his right hand. It's going to be 6 to 8 weeks minimum recovery, and then you've got all the training and stuff afterwards. So they're saying maybe a late September fight. I don't know, man. It's one of those things. It's got busted for a reason, and who knows if that'll heal. The fifth one was this one of the weirdest ones was the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight and Andy Lee. Now, looking at this, they were going to have it at the big stadium and in Texas there, and they said, hey, yeah, we don't want you to have your fight here, bro. And you're thinking, why wouldn't you want to have a fight there, you know? And they actually cited security reasons because they fear that there might be a drug war between like the Juarez and the Sinaloa drug cartels, because Julio Cesar Chavez's girlfriend has a kid by the son of like one of the world's most wanted men, and the son passed away in 2008. And yeah, she has a kid by this. Basically, she has a grandson of one of the most wanted drug dealers in the world. So yeah, they didn't want a blood war or a blood feud possibly happening there. So it was too close to the border. So maybe they'll move that up to Canada or something. I don't know. But it's Frida Munoz Roman is her name, his girlfriend. So, and now we do have the Olympics coming up. This could be exciting. It's very possible, but we got to wait till August for this to happen. So it's getting kind of late in the summer, and we're going to have women's boxing for the first time. They got the three weights. I believe it's 165, 147, and like 135 or 130. I don't know. But they're only doing three weight divisions, but it is exciting. We will see women's boxing for the first time, and this should be a treat. It's kind of exciting. When my daughter will be arriving in July, so that means in 18 years maybe she'll be fighting in the Olympics. Don't tell the wife I said that. Don't ever tell the wife I said that. Okay? Well, anyway, if there's any other fights, what fights could come? What fights could be made right now to maybe save summer? What about a Froch Kessler fight in August? Would that save it? Is that something that could happen? Because, Froch, he fought, but it wasn't a long fight, Is that something that might happen? Durrell, Butte fight or something? I don't know. Let me know what fights you think that could come up or could happen that might save summer. All right? Well, hey, this is Big Ragu and Eduardo. He's not even working anymore. I don't even know why I keep him around. And we're out. Out.